Keeping up with your RV roof sealant maintenance is critical to avoiding major issues down the road. It's great to get up on the roof, check your seals literally every time you're up there, but it's recommended every 6 months to get up there, check your roof, make sure the sealant is still pliable, it's not brittle, it's holding where it should be, you don't have bubbles, it's not peeling up by hand. All of those issues can lead to major water damage and major issues for you and your family living in there. Mold can be created inside or underneath the roof material inside your RV. It could damage your sidewalls. It could just make paying to fix that a huge issue while traveling. So today we're going to talk about the different types of sealants, and how to avoid major water damage to your roof. There are many different options when it comes to roof sealants. One of the ones that we use and that Tiffin recommends is using a self-leveling sealant like the Dicor here. It's used to cover all your seals. It can be used to cover up nuts and bolts that you have on your roof, from putting vent covers on, things like that. It's just another layer of protection to keep the water out. Another sealant to use is this adhesive sealant. It's a Siloprene type that Tiffin also recommends for your roof sealants. And you apply them all using a caulk gun, and they're relatively easy to put on. The Dicor self-leveling is the easiest because you put it on, and no matter how messy it is, by the end, when it's done leveling itself, it's nice and smooth, and it'll give you great coverage. Another option for repairing small holes on your roof is the Eternabond tape. The roll that I have here is a 4-inch roll of Eternabond tape, and this stuff is super sticky. Once you put it down, it is very hard to remove it. And you can use this for tears, small punctures in your roof line. I would not use this as a permanent fix, but a patch to get you to the next level of repair, whatever that may be. There are many different types of RV roofs out there: rubber, metal, and fiberglass, like what we have on Ruby. So it's important to check what type of roof you have, know what sealant is best for your type of roof material, and your manufacturer and or the books that came with your RV will lead you in the right direction. A couple things to remember or think about when you're using the sealant is size of the repair will determine what type of sealant or tape you'll need to use in order to fix your issue. Consider whether or not you need a flexible or rigid sealant to apply to your roof. A flexible sealant will allow the sealant to expand and contract with the temperature changes. And of course, a sealant with a good UV rating will help protect it as well. Getting on your roof is paramount to checking your roof seals. And if you don't like to get on your roof, then there are people out there that you can call to come and inspect your roof and do whatever you need on the roof. One of the things you have to make sure, though, is that they are licensed and insured. Don't just get a hold of somebody and they say, yeah, I can get up there, because if they happen to fall off, now you're on the hook for something. So always make sure they're licensed and insured. And if you don't know where to even start to find somebody to come out and work on your roof or look at your roof, RVTA has a great locator where you could go on, check your neck of the woods for any type of RV inspector that may be in your area, and reach out to them and ask if they would come and perform X, Y, and Z. A great resource. Back to the roof seals. When you get up here and check them, which you should be doing about every 6 months or anytime you're on the roof, which I do, I come up and I check the seals. So this one around the ladder was a Dicor self-leveling, and you can see it's pretty pliable. I can't peel it up, so that's good. It just looks very old. Ruby's almost 7, so she's going to look it. The back cap seal is still a little pliable, but it is getting very hard and it's starting to crack. So that's telling me that this seal is almost at its end of life. Probably next year I will come up here and redo all the roof seals, or maybe have somebody do the roof seals for me, because that's going to be a huge undertaking. Recently, I replaced both of the gutter seam sealants on both sides of the RV front to back. They had been beaten up by the UV rays and needed to be replaced. So before I started this huge undertaking on both sides of the RV, while we were at Precision RV in Red Bay, I talked to the fellas there and asked them what they used and how to do it, and they told me exactly what I needed to do. So it took me a couple of days to do it, but I knocked it out. They told me to use the Siloprene adhesive sealant to reseal everything once I got it cleaned, and to use the denatured alcohol to clean the area once I removed all the old sealant. And I know you're asking, how did you get all the old sealant off? I used my handy knife, my box cutter, to score along the sealant top and bottom to kind of break it up and loosen it up. And then I used my plastic scrapers because I didn't want to gouge the roof, dig into the fiberglass. So this was great in loosening up and peeling it off. And I did use a metal scraper on just the track area itself, so I angled it away and just kind of grooved down the track. I would not use this on the side because you stand a chance of gouging your fiberglass. So once I got all of that cleaned, and I just used a regular rag with the denatured alcohol, a little elbow grease to clean off the residue, then I came back and I taped off my area that I wanted to reseal, so that once I was done sealing it and I use your finger to get the nice smooth line, I came back and I peeled the tape off and I had a nice smooth track line all the way down. It actually looked like Tiffin did it. So it's imperative to get up on your roof, check your seals. You don't want to let them get too far out of hand before you check them. That could lead to major damages down the road if you don't get that.
We don't like major damages.
No,
ever.
We don't.
We don't do that.
And everyone, this is Lily.
Hi.
She is the other part of finding our someday. Probably the best part of finding our someday, right?
Just while they're not here, you can say.
So that's why I was saying it. Dad's not around. But Lily was over on her rig cleaning their solar panels, and we asked if she was for hire, and lo and behold, here she is. So she's going to do that.
Today is for free because
yes,
first one's free. It's always
first one's
free.
It's
then
great marketing.
And you're gonna
great
have to
marketing.
Call me.
There you go. So come on up.
Oh, what are you sealing stuff?
We were. We just did all the gutter
nice.
seam.
Who knew when Finding Our Someday pulled up next to us here at our harvest host that we would actually get some free labor? That never happens. Oh my gosh, check this out.
We got a nice reveal. This one's not too bad.
So what are you using to clean?
Just some good old glass cleaner. Here, I'll do a nice little...
Perfect.
Oh yeah, and then just the microfiber. And I was filming up on the roof that when it's really sunny outside, you don't want to just leave it sitting there. You have to wipe it off immediately or else it might leave some stuff. So it's always good to just immediately wipe off after. And like the worst thing with Maine is sometimes there's like sap, and if sap gets on it, it's really hard to get off, but it will come off eventually, I think. And I'll have to ask my dad. There's some other cleaners you can use, but glass cleaner's best because it really doesn't leave streaks.
That is your bonus tip for this video. So let's get back to Phil and finish up the sealant.
That's it for seals. Let us know in the comments what you've used and if you've done your roof seals before and how they turned out. And as always, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the road.